guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing the fourth and final video in regards to the Plouise Halloween collection. So I've already done 2 videos on the Droplet of Magic, and I already did 1 video on this Hocus Pocus Regain Focus palette. And today I'm going to do the second and final video for this palette. So altogether there are 4 videos. If you're watching this first, go back and check out the other ones if you want to see the other colors and things. I've already done an introduction. I don't want to go over all of that again, so I'm going to go ahead and insert the introduction explaining everything about all the palettes. If you've already seen the other videos, please by all means just like skip through the introduction. If you haven't and this is the first video, go ahead and watch the introduction so you can learn about the palettes. So I am trying for the very first time the company Plouise, and I actually purchased both of their Halloween palettes. I'm so excited. They just arrived yesterday. I feel like I've been waiting forever because I did it when they like first did the pre-order, and then I had to wait, and they were like, oh, it should be out by the second week of like October, but they literally waited till like the end of the second week of October before they started shipping them. And then, you know, they're in the UK and I'm in the US, so then I had to wait for that. So they finally just arrived and I am so excited. So that's like the box they come in. The first one is Book of Spells, a Droplet of Magic. And if you've never used or seen Plouise, they do these neat little like locket things. So this actually goes through this little hook and then it's locked. But honestly, it was cute the first time I opened it. I do not have time to keep doing that, so I'm not going to keep locking it. There's no way. But it's super cute. It's a nice little detail. The front of it's really nice. It's like got some nice weight to it, so it looks like, you know, the book binding. And then it's got some stuff written on the back. It says a droplet of magic, double double toil and trouble. And it actually says that here as well. It says double double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. So on the back it goes on to say, this black book of spells found in a dark ancient library. Your books might look innocent, but beware, they kill silently. Slaying the game and cutting the crease. No one is safe, you won't find peace. Mysterious colors discovered from lands far away. Grungy and grimy, are you ready to play? A slimy poisonous touch that'll leave a peculiar scar. Invisible to the eyes, they'll say it's bizarre. For the mark it will leave lies deep down within. Scary and devilish, can't escape once my hex gets in. So heed our caution, babe. The nightmare won't end when you wake up. Feeling frightened and fearful? Well, we don't give a fuck. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. It's super cute detail. I mean, you know, I am so excited. Look, so there's a mirror. So it opens up like this. There is a mirror. There's a little cover, but oh my gosh, here is the first side. How pretty is that? Oh my gosh, these cool tones, these greens over here. I cannot wait to play with these greens. Look how flippin' pretty they are. And then on each one they have like imprinted the picture for what it is. So I did it like that so you could get a good view, but it actually goes like this. So down here it says Phantom and it's got a ghost. It says Coven, it's got a witch hat. It says Web of Lies. It has like a spider web on it. So each one has a little design. So then it closes like that if you want to close it, but don't close it all the way because then on the other side. So it's a double thing. And look how pretty those are. Look at those purples. But these oranges, oh my gosh, I've really got this upside down. Hold on. It really goes like this. The oranges are at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see this. Do you see this black? It's got like orange specks throughout it. It looks so pretty. I wonder. Ooh, they feel so creamy. Like I said, I've never used Plouise. That's the black with the orange. Look how deep and dark that is. But can you see the orange? See the orange shimmer? Ooh, I can. I can see it up close. That might be promising. So there's that one. So there's a lot of options in this one. So there's that one. And then they also had Book of Spells, Hocus Pocus, Regain Focus. So that's the box. Super cute. Got like this flashy iridescence. Coloring. Same thing. They have the little lock on there. I've already opened it. It was super fun and cute, but I'm not going to keep doing it because I want to get in and out of this palette. So, Hocus Pocus, Regain Focus, and then on the side it says Hocus Pocus, Regain Focus. Sometimes razor-edged words come from those who lurk closest. It's food for thought. Let's see. This one is so pretty. Look at these greens. Here, let me turn it like this so you can see all of them. Is that not super pretty? I am so excited. This purple, this green up here, those two look so pretty. And then again, it's the double-sided book. And this one has more like the oranges and the deeper tones over here. That's super pretty. So they do have, well, hold on. This one on the back says Hocus Pocus, Regain Focus. Sometimes razor-edged words come from those who lurk closest. Better watch your back and prepare for a full moon. Darkness is coming. It'll catch you soon. I think it says, oh, run fast through the night and fear for your life. People are cruel and cut sharp as a knife. Brew a secret potion, some black magic to lift their web of lies, wickedly enticing voodoo in frightening disguise. Will it be trick or treat? Let's stir up some trouble. They thought they had me at haunted. Well, it's time to burst their bubble. Beat them at their own game, 'cause I'm done with playing nice. Next time they mess with me, they'll stop and think twice. They put a lot of thought into this. So we're excited to get into this side today. So if you want to see what I do with these colors, then just keep watching. So looking at this, because I've already done like, what do? I do 2 looks per side. So that'd be 2, 4, 6. I've already done 6 looks. So coming into this last side, I'm like, I'm having like similar thoughts for those looks. I'm like, well, I don't want to do that. So I want to try to do something different, just again to give you an idea of how the eyeshadows perform. Obviously do whatever you want. This is just to give you an idea. It's just to show you how the shadows perform, because there's a lot of similar colors between this one and the Droplet of Magic one, and that way that's fine if some people can afford, you know, one or the other and you have to choose. This kind of gives you thoughts on that to maybe help you decide which one would better suit you. So there are similar looks. So if you recall in the one video, the second Droplet of Magic, I think it was the second one, where I went to use the orange and I was like, oh my gosh, this is pink. So I could totally do that look with this palette, because there's a darker color down here and then I still have the oranges, but this has more of a gold and then a deeper like bronzier color here, so it doesn't have that shimmery like blackish orange. But there is this one here, and this is more, this looks like pink. It looks like the undertone of pink, but it has a lot of gold throughout it. So there are similar colors in this palette that I could recreate those looks that I've already done with this side. So I want to do something different today. So I think I'm going to go in with this color here to start, this Possessions color. Now looking down at it, it looks like it has more of a brownish undertone. But when I show it on the viewfinder there, it does look super orange. So we're going to find out. I haven't swatched any of these because I don't know. I tend to not swatch. Let's see how bright this is going to be. I was kind of hoping it was going to be... Oh, okay. So it's definitely more pumpkin-y. I don't know what you'd call that in there. More of like a, I don't know. I was thinking it was going to be a little deeper, more like just a little bit deeper and darker in tone. It looks really bright on the viewfinder. I don't believe it is that bright in person. I mean, it's definitely pumpkin-y. Alright, let's see. So I'm going to blend that out. And I'm using my Morphe E30 brush. I don't even think they make these brushes anymore, this Elite collection. I'm going to take that same color and I'm going to go ahead and just go underneath the eye because I already have an idea of where I'm going with this look. Kind of. Kind of, sort of. That, wow. Again, trust the process. That looks so wild. It doesn't look that crazy in person, but again, just trust the process. So I think I'm going to take this tapered brush. It's just a Morphe fluffier tapered brush, and I'm going to go ahead and go into this deeper, darker, this is like a, I would say this is like a brown that has like yellow in it, if that makes sense. Not mustardy, but I'm going to put that in here because I want to deepen this up a little bit. So I'm sticking the tip of the brush in my crease and then just lightly, ever so lightly, I'm holding the brush down here so I can lightly deepen up this crease area and that outer color. I'm going to bring it down and like that. Go back in with that first brush. Yeah, there. And just soften this edge. I'm tipping my head back because it opens up my lid space because I have hooded eyes, as we all know. But if you're new here, you might not know that. So. Okay, I think I want to leave it like that. And I think for this eye, I don't know, like I'm feeling like candy corn type colors. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to see what this orange color looks like. So I think I'm going to go into Creepy Crawlers right here. And I'm thinking that, well, you know what? Hold on. Because I don't know. I feel like these two might be a little close together for this yellow and then this orange. So that's why I'm thinking I want to go into that orange. But I have a feeling it's going to be very bright. I don't know. Let's see. And I think I want to put that. I'm going to tap that off. And I'm going to put that here. Yeah. So I feel like that's going to be very bright. Almost like a neon type orange. And I'm just using this shade out brush by Beauty Bay. It's just a flat brush so I could pack that color on. I'm going to clean this brush off and I want to go into this Scarefest color up here. I'm going to put that over top because I think that's more of like the orangey hue that I want. I'm just going to build that color up on the center of my eye. I'm going to go back in with that prior brush that has the brown on it and just soften over that because I think that orange got a little carried away. I don't necessarily like how this matte is applying over this brown. So I probably, in hindsight, because of our, I just, should I get, in hindsight, I probably should have put some concealer down or even like the Plouise base because I'd already put that brown on and now I'm trying to go in with this lighter color. So I should have put a base down here to really make this vibrant and give me essentially a clean canvas to work with going back in with the lighter colors. But I preemptively went in with that other darker orange thinking it was going to be the intensity that I wanted it. So I've kind of screwed that up there. All right, let me see. I'm going to go in with Sorcery, this yellow color. And I'm going to pick that up on this BB207 brush. I'm going to tap that off. I want to see how bright this is going to be. So let me see. I'm going to switch up my brush. See if I can find a smaller, denser brush. So I'm going to go in with this Luxie 141 mini round brush. I love these brushes. So I'm going to pick up more of that Sorcery color on this smaller, denser brush. Tap it off and let's see. It might do better packing the color on because it's smaller. It's denser and I can really get into the inner corner here. Bring it in a little bit. So I'm thinking what I initially envisioned for like this candy corn eye. This is kind of similar to what I did with the Mickey Mouse palette. And I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. So I think what I want to do is I want to go in with Spell Check. So I just don't think like I'm not liking what I'm seeing. And again, I totally should have put down a base. So I'm going to go in with this shimmer called Spell Check on this AOA Studio E122 brush. And I'm going to see if I can build up this color in the center here. Just go ahead and pick it up with my finger. This is what it looks like. Oh, this is a really pretty color. That is really pretty. I'm going to clean that brush off. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that. I'm going to get it wet with my Morphe Luminous setting spray. I'm just gonna dab over that center part. And I think I'm actually gonna pick up the same color and come down here to mirror that center. Then what I'm gonna do is clean that brush off. So I just cleaned it off with my dry sponge. I love this thing. And now I'm gonna go in with this basic Witch glittery shade over here. Super gold, super glittery. So I don't know if I'm gonna get any of that on this brush. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but let's see. And I think I'm gonna put that over this yellow. Okay, there's a little bit, almost like a topper shade, using it like this. Let's see. That corner. That is really pretty. I hope you guys can see that. I'm gonna bring it down. So there it is, just with applying it with a brush. I really hope you can see that. So I think I'm gonna pick a little bit up on my finger because I want to see. That's what it looks like. I want to see if there's more coverage. Yeah. To make it a bit more intense there in the inner corner. So I got a little bit more down. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to get it wet. I'm just going over where I already put it, just to intensify it a bit. And then I'm going to blend over top of this middle color. And I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that middle color and go over top. Like that. And then I think I'm going to pick up a smaller brush. This is the Morphe M506 brush. I'm going to go back into that Got It Haunt It color, that brown color that I used out here. I'm just gonna deepen this up. I'm gonna bring it down just on that outer third, just to make the look more cohesive. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of the spell check color, the center color. Pull a bit more here, blend it into the first color there, and then dab a little bit more over where I put the brown. Just to get a better blend there. And then soften the edge, clean up anything there. So I think I'm gonna leave that like that, and I'm gonna hop over to the other eye. So now for this eye, I think what I wanna do, I'm thinking this is like a deep berry color, so I want to go into this color here. I don't know if it's like a deeper cranberry color, deeper plum color, but let's find out. Let's see. I'm going to pick up this Beauty Bay 2204 brush, just a more fluffier brush. I'm going to pick up Treat 'em Mean. That's what it's called. Tap that off. I'm gonna come out here. Yeah, oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. That's like a deep plummy cranberry. I'm gonna bring it down. That. Soften the edge a bit. And sometimes when I'm using a darker color like this, I'll actually go in and grab another brush that doesn't have any product on it, and then just soften the edge a bit just to blend it out. I mean, if you want to use another color, if you have like a, you know, nude color or something lighter that you want to blend it out with, you could do that as well. But sometimes I just find it easier just take a cleaner brush and blend it out a bit. I want to go into this color called the Void. It looks like it's going to be a redder color, and I'm going to pick up this Beauty Bay 205 brush. Just another smaller, somewhat dense brush. Ooh, that looks like it's gonna be super pink. Let's see. And I'm gonna bring that in here. Ooh, that's pretty. I feel like that's magenta. Go over top of that prior color. Right there. Take that clean brush. And I'm just gonna run over that edge just to buff it out. Like that. And I think what I'm gonna do, I really want to see what this color looks like. So it's called Necromancy. It's like this bright pink shimmer. And I'm gonna pick that up on this Morphe M124 brush. And I'm going to put that right here in the center. So I am getting decent coverage, but I want to pick some of that up on my finger and see what happens. That's what it looks like. It's so bright. Yeah, definitely more coverage. That is pretty. So I'm going to pick a little bit more up, tap it off, then I'm going to go ahead and get it wet. Put that all over. Then I'm going to go back in with that first brush I used with this deeper color and just kind of stipple over it a little bit just to get a blend between the two. And if you want, you can pick up a little bit more color and blend it to the depth of color you want. And I'm going to do the same thing with that first brush. Blend over those two. And then I'm going to go into this Spooky Season color. It's definitely got like a pinkish undertone, but it's really got a lot of gold in it. So let's see what this guy looks like. Didn't pick up too much on the brush. And I'm going to go right here on this inner corner. So I'm going to pick a little bit of that up on my finger. That pink stained my finger a little bit. I'm sure it's going to. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh. That's such a pretty color. So I'm going to pick some more of that up and I'm going to get it wet. And I'm going to blend into that prior pink color. I'm going to bring it into the inner corner and in a bit on that lower, under the lower lash line, on the lower lid. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that pink in the center and just blend over top of that inner corner color. Just so they have a nice blend there. I'm going to kind of go back and forth between the two until I'm happy with what it looks like. And I think I'm actually going to get the first brush I used and go back in with that Treat 'em Mean color. And I'm going to tip my head down. I'm actually going to bring that color down under that lower lash line all the way in. That inner, from that outer third all the way in to where that color starts on the inner third of the eye. And I look down just to open up that space, that lid space, and then I'm going to go, just going to wipe it off, but I'm going to go back in with that same clean brush that I've been blending out with and go all underneath to get a nice blend across that color. And then I'm going to pick up some more of that Spooky Season color that's on the inner corner, and I'm going to bring it down a little bit more on that lower lash line. I'm going to bring it in more into the color I just put down, just to get a nice blend. And then I think what I want to do is I'm going to take this Morphe M506 brush. It's just that smaller tapered brush, and I'm going to go into this Ghoul Gang color. I'm thinking it might be a deep purple color is what I'm thinking it might be. So let's see, I'm going to come out here on this outer corner and let's see if we can get some coverage there. Is it black or is it deep plum? That's what it looks like. So I'm just putting that all on that outer corner and up into that crease a little bit. And then I'm going to go back in with the first brush I used with that Treat 'em Mean color, and then I'm just going to soften the edge over that to blend it out a bit, and then down like that. And then I'm going to take that Morphe M124 brush and I'm going to go back into the Necromancy color, the pink in the center, and I'm going to dab over where I just put that deeper color on the outer corner to get a blend of those two. And I feel like it took away some of that pink as well. I'm just going to blend like that. Let me see if I can pick up a little bit more on my finger and put right in the center. I feel like some of that pink is getting a little lost. It is so pretty. I really do like that. There's so many options you can do. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to do some eyeliner and some mascara and something with my lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the finished look. Let me go ahead and close my eyes. And then I'll cover one eye so you can see that eye. And then I'll cover this one. So there it is. Let me go ahead and zoom out and we'll talk about it. So for the lip, I just went ahead and used this NYX Suede matte lip liner in London. It's just a nice nude color, and then I went over that in this with this Essence Semi-Matte lipstick in Legendary. So it's just a nice nude. Figure I'll just keep it neutral and nude since I got a lot going on with each eye and they're like super different. And then I went ahead and used their Real Extreme Precision liner. Which one is this? This is called Extra Brown. So this one felt a little drier. I actually used the black one on this eye, on my left eye, and I used the brown one on my right eye. And for some reason, the brown one felt kind of dry today. Like it took me a bit more to get over everything and a couple more layers to do the wing. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if it's where it's been sitting either. So anyway, that's just a little side note. And then I went ahead and in both waterline, just because I wanted to open it up a little bit, I used my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Boundless Bisque, this nice neutral, it's like a creamy nude, I guess you could call it, creamy beige. I don't know, it's not dark, it's more like a creamy off-white. That's what I'm looking for. So I went ahead and did that in both waterlines. I did have another one because I'm like, you know, there's a lot of nude or creamy white eyeliner pencils, so I do have this one as well. This one is from Revolution Makeup, and this one's just called Nude, so it's another pencil one, just to give you a different option because I know these Makeup Forever ones are expensive. You can get them on sale. So right now they have the Sephora sale for 20% off, the Rouge sale, and then they'll have the VIB, which is 15% off, I believe. That'll be next week maybe, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on those dates. So anyway, let me just show you the palette again. So on this side, it's a lot of similar tones. Obviously, if you're going to get this palette, you can flip back and forth and use some of the greens and the purples and come up with totally different looks. Just for the sake of the video and to be able to cover more colors, I broke it up in this manner for that reason, to do 2 eye looks with one side and then 2 eye looks with the other side. That way I felt like I was really having to pick those specific colors and use as many of them as I can see. That way you guys can see as many of them as possible so you can make an informed decision. I think that's the big thing about this. I like to buy makeup. I like playing around with it. But the whole thing is if I can give you guys enough information so you can make an informed decision on your own as to whether you want to buy it or not, that's like the whole purpose of it. Because sometimes I feel like things get so overhyped and then consumers, you know, based on what they're seeing, and let me tell you, you see a lot of things on social media and the internet and people make things out to be like these amazing, marvelous, like whatever products, and then a lot of people end up buying them and then they're like, oh, I'm disappointed, you know, I thought I was going to be this, thought I was going to be that. I try to do these videos so you can see how they actually perform, how these shadows perform, you know, and I do mainly eyeshadow palettes for that reason, just because I love eyeshadow palettes. So that's my thing. So I just want to get on here, show you guys how those colors perform, and then you can make an informed decision on whether you want to spend your hard-earned money on these products, or whether or not you saw some other reviews and people made it out to be some all amazing thing, and then you're like, oh really, that's probably not as good as some people are making it out to be. And that's just sadly the world we live in. A lot of influencers, for whatever reason, feel that they just need to make things appear better than they are sometimes. I think that's across the board with anything. Anybody trying to sell anything, anybody marketing things, you know, whatever. That's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's a stigma around things like that. I can't think of what the word is. I think it's just like this ongoing, endless thing, and I don't know that it's ever going to change. But there are honest people out there. I try to be one of them. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. So, on to that. We all saw the little bit of struggle that I had with this eye. Shimmers and glitters make everything better, in my opinion. If you start to feel like your eye look is gonna go south, you can always just add some shimmers and some glitters and things to it, and you can revive it. Don't just like botch the whole eye look and like have to redo all of your makeup, because at that point it's like, oh my goodness, you know what I mean? You get really discouraged with it. I know I'd get really discouraged if I was like, oh my goodness, let me just have to wipe all this off and then redo my makeup. I'd be like, I'm not doing my makeup today then, you know what I mean? Like, that's me. So don't get discouraged with it. There is a way to fix it. This was going south, you know, and I did point out some things. I should have used a Plouise base, because I did buy one, but that's in another box to show you guys. But you can also use a concealer as if you were going to do like a cut crease. It's essentially when you have other eyeshadows on there, and then you can just go ahead and put a concealer or a lighter base down just to give yourself a clean canvas, so then you can go on with that lighter color. I should have done that. I was just like, oh, I thought it was going to be a deeper color, and like the eye look I envisioned in my head wasn't coming to life on my eye, so to speak. So I went ahead and switched things up, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes we get a thought in our head and we're like, hey, this is what I want, you know, to happen. This is what I want to make. And sometimes it's not always going to be executed in that manner. There's always a way to save it. There's always a way to fix it. You have to be open-minded, especially when you are playing with makeup. Not everything is concrete. Not everything is going to come out the way you might think, you know. As far as how the mattes were blending and going over top, I was like, oh, this orange is not going over top of this brown very well, that type of thing. Again, in that situation, I wish I would have used a better base to get that color down, then you could see it. But now you guys know, like, hey, if I'm going in, you might be thinking, oh, I might be able to put those lighter mattes over those darker mattes. You might have a harder time. So now you know you can make an informed decision. Now you know you might have to use some other products. You might have to achieve your eye look a different way than you might initially think. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I really do. Because sometimes I get rambling. Sometimes the words don't come out the way I'm meaning them to come out. So, and I am tired. We did some traveling this weekend and I rushed home like early this morning. So I'm not firing on all cylinders either. So anyway, so I do apologize for that. This eye, I freaking love this eye. This turned out so nice. It's not that I hate this eye. It's just, it's not what I envisioned. It did turn out nice. Like, I think, oh, I made a mess on my face. It doesn't look bad. It did turn out all right. Again, on the viewfinder, and the camera might be picking it up in a different saturation. I'm not really sure, because when I look in my mirror, it does look more like brown tone. So I'm hoping when I edit this back, I'll be able to, that it actually shows how I'm looking at it in person. It's not as bright pumpkin-y orange as it might look on camera. So anyway, it's not that I don't like it. It's not that I like hate it or anything like that. It wasn't going where I wanted it to. I fixed it. I could totally wear it. Like, I have no problem with that. I would recreate this eye look if that's what I was looking for. You know what I mean? So I do like it, but this eye, I like how this eye turned out. That is really pretty. These colors are really freaking pretty. I really like this inner corner color, and the way all these colors blended on top of each other actually turned out really nice. I was thinking that this deeper outer corner color was kind of taken over this pink, but then when I went back over top, I like the color that came out with the blending. So it's very versatile. It's definitely different. I'm trying to see like the shimmer in my mirror down here, because I feel like there's just like this different gradient effect to it. Oh, that's why I love shimmers. Like I said, shimmers for me make everything. Shimmers, glitters, anything sparkly. Just does it for me. So yeah, so I hope this video helped you guys decide, if you are looking at these palettes, which ones you might want. Again, if you have all four of them, or all four of them, because the four sides, if you have both palettes, you can go between all of them and achieve many looks. If you can only pick one, you know, you're really just gonna have to pay attention to what colors you are going to prefer to work with. You know, the Droplet of Magic palette has cooler tones in it. This palette I feel is more colorful. It's just got your more vibrant, more colors to it, rather than like the cool tone. I don't want to say it's warm or anything like that by any means. It just has more colorful stuff to it. So more colorful options to it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this series of videos. I really enjoyed making them. I'm really enjoying Plouise. I have a whole box down here of other stuff I got from them to try, because I did order a lot of things that were on sale because I'd never used them. I'm in the US, it came from the UK, so it took a bit to get here. So anyway, I'm really pleased with these palettes. I really do enjoy them. I've actually enjoyed both of them, so I am super excited that I was able to purchase both of them. So I've really enjoyed both these palettes, so if you guys have both of them, let me know. Do you prefer one over the other? Like, have you done any looks? What color combinations did you do? Let's talk about it. If you're like, nah, I'm going for this palette versus that palette, let's talk about that too. Let me know which one you're gonna get. I feel like a lot of people keep commenting on the black one, and I think they're really hoping to get the black one. From what I've seen on Plouise's Instagram, a lot of people are like, oh, I hope I get that in my budget box. So it seems like a lot of people are really into this one, but let me know if you're really into this one. I'm curious, and I want to see what everybody thinks. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this.